Have you ever felt the heavy weight of a grudge? That constant replay of a hurtful moment, a betrayal, or an injustice that just won't leave your mind. It can feel like carrying a backpack full of rocks, getting heavier with every step you take. We often think that holding onto anger is a way of punishing the person who hurt us. We believe that by refusing to forgive, we're somehow keeping them in a metaphorical prison. But what if I told you that the only person truly trapped in that prison is you? Today, we're going to talk about a key that can unlock that prison door, the incredible, liberating power of forgiveness. Now, let's clear up a common misconception right away. Forgiveness is not about forgetting what happened. It's not about saying, "Oh, it was no big deal." And it's definitely not about excusing the wrongdoing or letting the person who hurt you off the hook. Pain is real, and what happened to you matters. Forgiveness isn't about erasing the past. It's about rewriting your future. It is a conscious, deliberate choice to let go of the bitterness and resentment that have taken root in your heart. It is a decision to stop allowing that past event to define your present happiness and your future peace. It's saying, "I will no longer let this offense have power over me. I am taking back control of my own heart and my own mind." Think about it like this. Holding a grudge is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to get sick. It slowly corrodes your own spirit, affecting your relationships, your health, and your overall well-being. It taints every beautiful moment with a shadow of the past. But when you choose to forgive, you are the one who drinks the antidote. You are the one who finds healing. Forgiveness is a gift you give to yourself. It's the act of freeing yourself from the emotional chains that tie you to the person who hurt you. It's about finding peace, not because they deserve it, but because you do. As we explore this profound topic, we can't help but look to the ultimate example of forgiveness in human history. This example isn't just a story, it's a demonstration of divine love that echoes through the ages. I'm talking, of course, about Jesus Christ. His life was a masterclass in love, compassion, and grace, but it was in his final moments that he gave us the most powerful lesson on forgiveness. Imagine the scene. He's been betrayed by a friend, abandoned by his followers, falsely accused, and subjected to unimaginable suffering. As he hangs on the cross, in the peak of his agony, he looks down at the very people who put him there, the soldiers gambling for his clothes, the crowd that jeered at him. What does he do? Does he call for vengeance? Does he curse them for their cruelty? No, in an act of radical love that defies all human logic, he says, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." Let that sink in. In his deepest pain, his primary concern was for the souls of his persecutors. He saw beyond their actions to the spiritual blindness that drove them. He understood that their hate was a symptom of a deeper brokenness. This wasn't a cheap, easy forgiveness. It was a costly grace, paid for with his own life. He wasn't just modeling forgiveness. He was making it possible for all of us. He was showing us that true forgiveness isn't based on whether someone deserves it. It's an extension of unconditional love. This act on the cross is the cornerstone of the Christian faith. It shows us that God's forgiveness is not something we earn through good deeds or by being good enough. It's a free gift offered to everyone. It's a forgiveness that not only frees the wrongdoer from their guilt, but more profoundly liberates the one who forgives. When Jesus forgave from the cross, he wasn't just releasing them, he was completing his mission of love, demonstrating a peace that surpasses all understanding and setting the ultimate standard for how we are to treat one another. This powerful act brings not just freedom, but complete restoration to the heart. So, how do we apply this incredible, divine example to our own messy, complicated lives? It's one thing to admire Jesus' forgiveness from a distance, but it's another thing entirely to forgive the co-worker who sabotaged your project, the family member who betrayed your trust, or the friend who spread rumors about you. It feels impossible, doesn't it? The hurt is too deep, the wound too fresh. The truth is, on our own, it often is impossible. Our human nature wants to hold on, to seek justice, to make sure the other person feels the pain they caused. This is where faith comes in. Forgiveness isn't just a psychological exercise. It's a spiritual one. It starts with a prayer. It can be as simple as, God, I don't feel like forgiving. My heart is full of anger and pain, but I choose to forgive them, not because they deserve it, but because you have forgiven me. Please take this heavy burden from me and heal my heart. This isn't a one-time fix. Forgiveness is often a process, not a single event. It's a daily choice. You might have to make the decision to forgive every morning when you wake up, and every time the painful memory surfaces. Each time you do, you're weakening the hold that bitterness has on you. You're inviting God's peace to fill the space that anger once occupied. Remember, you're not doing this in your own strength. You're drawing on the same power that enabled Jesus to forgive from the cross. You're allowing His grace to flow through you. Let's think about the practical benefits that blossom in our lives when we make this choice. First, there's the incredible gift of peace. The mental and emotional energy we spend replaying hurts and fueling anger is exhausting. When we forgive, we reclaim that energy. The mental chatter quiets down, and a sense of calm can finally settle in our souls. This isn't just a feeling, it has real physical effects. Studies have shown that forgiveness can lead to lower blood pressure, a stronger immune system, and improved mental health. The bitterness that acts like a poison is replaced by the healing balm of peace. Second, forgiveness restores relationships. Sometimes the person we need to forgive is someone we love and want to keep in our lives. Forgiveness opens the door to reconciliation. It allows for honest conversations and the rebuilding of trust. But even when reconciliation isn't possible or safe, forgiveness still mends the most important relationship of all, the one you have with yourself and with God. It stops the past from poisoning your future relationships. You learn to trust again, to love openly again, because you are no longer defined by the betrayals of the past. Finally, and most importantly from a spiritual perspective, forgiveness aligns our hearts with God's. The Bible tells us in Ephesians 4:32 to be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as in Christ God forgave you. When we forgive, we are participating in the divine nature. We are reflecting the character of our Creator. We become conduits of His grace in a broken world. We stop being victims of our circumstances and become victors through Christ. We are liberated. We are no longer chained to the past, but are free to walk forward into the future that God has planned for us, a future filled with hope, peace, and restoration. So, as we close our time together, I want to leave you with a challenge. Is there a backpack of rocks you've been carrying? Is there a name or a face that comes to mind when you think of unforgiveness? You don't have to carry that weight anymore. The key to freedom is in your hand. It might feel like the hardest thing you'll ever have to do, but it is also the most liberating. Start with that small prayer. Acknowledge the pain, and then make the choice. Choose freedom. Choose peace. Choose to hand that burden over to God, who is more than capable of carrying it for you. Remember the ultimate act of love on the cross and the words, "Father, forgive them." That same grace that was extended to them is extended to you, and it empowers you to extend it to others. You deserve to live a life free from the chains of the past. You deserve the peace that forgiveness brings. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this message has encouraged you and brought you a little closer to the peace you re-seeking. If this resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more content that aims to uplift and inspire. We're all on this journey together, learning to live with more love and grace. Until next time, be well and walk in freedom.